Will you give me a break?
This episode had one fucking job, and that is make the horse on a mission bend. But no, let's fucking not do that. Let's just do the weird fucking disappointing thing. But yeah, like I am truly conflicted about my thoughts about this episode because like I really see the good parts in it. Really, with the episode pretty much driving the themes of the show home in a really good manner about really understanding yourself and not confine yourself to your family because you can always create another one with the people you love. And having Shoma not being fully mopey about what Lango told him last week, yeah, he was hurt by it, mainly because like he still is semi-mourning his mom, but in that time period he met so many great people that love him and cherish him that he pretty much made them his family. And having him pretty much say, yeah, I'm a failure as a stomach, but I'm a success because I'm Shoma, like worked really well. And it coincided with Hanto releasing a big old post about the riders in the Granute and the Granutes that made everybody at first at least scared for a bit again, but other people started chiming in. Not only people that see their cause as riders and what they're fighting for as good and in good nature, but also the people that had experiences with the riders, specifically like actually pointing out the mom of the kid from the first episode, saying that, hey, my kid got interacted with one of those monsters and one of those riders protected him. Without that rider, without Gavv being there, I don't know where my kid would be now. Which was fucking great. That entire scene of having Hanto presenting Shoma with all those great posts about the riders and seeing Shoma reacting to it. In my first watch, I was genuinely kind of like teary-eyed, and I was like, oh, that was amazing. Like having that entire dialogue between Lango and Shoba, where Shoma told him, yeah, you're right probably, but it doesn't matter. Like I'm here, and you know what? In the end of the day, maybe my birth wasn't. Like my birth wasn't a mistake in the end. I'm here, and I'm going to stop you, and I'm here because I'm better than you, because I'm Shoma, which was fucking great. Like that part genuinely was amazing, and by the end I really think that it carried the episode. It was really all about the themes of the show that was fucking great, and you know what, that was the strongest part of the episode. And outside of a couple of points that I'm going to mention, if those would have been changed a bit, this could have been like one of the strongest episodes this show actually produced in a while. But having Jeep trying to help Shoma to fight Lango, believing that Lango would win, and then Jeep saw that, oh no, Lango didn't win, really shows that as a character, I don't see them living for quite long. Like I see them maybe dying in like 2 to maybe 5 episodes. Sorry. But having them try to undermine Lango's operation and use their marriage to Lizelle was kind of a neat and an interesting move, and could be an interesting plot point moving forward, because like you can clearly see how much Lizelle sees Jeep as an object, a thing to be fun with, kind of like a plaything, a little toy that when Lizelle is bored she can play with. Like Jeep is there to fucking fuck over the stomachs, and like I can goddamn guarantee to you Shoma wouldn't like that either. I'm sorry. Like he literally handed his hand to Jeep and Shita and they said no. So it's like, in my opinion, they were in the wrong in the end. And having Lango kind of be out of the episode for a big chunk of it, which if you think about it story-wise makes sense. It's really about Shoma fully kind of understanding who he is in the end. But man, like he felt so off. he did have a great scene with Glotto. Like, he pretty much told her, like, hey, like, it doesn't matter how much our product is going to be tainted with those mass presses that I'm bringing in, because in the end of the day, like, the point really isn't anymore the dark treats, it's moving up. Like, he gave her a little smile, he kind of pat her on the shoulder, kind of like, hey, we're moving up, come on, like, be cheerful. Like, it really shows how much he really cares about Glotto, Nilv, and that's really it. Almost like they all came from the same mother, and it seems like it. It seems that at least Papa Stomach had at least 3 wives. And the fight scene was so cool. Like, I love how Master Mode and Overmode kind of correlate to each other and they work together as kind of like a really fun combo. How much it was just odd that the Master Mode just was there all the time, and just the good Shizo needed to hear Shoma telling both himself, Lango, and them that he's fine. Like it's a fucking RPG. Like, it's a fucking RPG. Fucking dialogue trees. Like, you chose the right option. Master mode unlocked. 50% XP. Now you can maybe survive 10 minutes with Steam Hopper Gachard. Oh my god. Like, it is kind of funny to see just people see like Steam Hopper Gachard versus Overmode, and it's like Steam Hopper is fucking kicking his ass. I don't know. It's just funny. And yeah, like, the way that Overmode and Master Mode kind of work in tandem was cool. I really liked it, and it really felt like an actual like final form. But he beat Nango in kind of almost the same way that he beat Megan, of like, oh, he's going to explode, but we're not going to see the body. Almost like he's going to be back. How much is like, okay, and do what? Like, is he going to help Shoma? He ain't going to help. Like, again, he might be there to maybe try to fight Jeep, but then it's like, okay, Lango is kind of the bad guy in this situation. It's like, you see, if the show would have really focused on Lango and tried to push him forward to do stuff and be more active early on, I don't believe I would have the problem of like, oh, now as a character he feels kind of weaker. It's like that first episode, like literally last week, made him feel so good, and it made him feel so much like a threat. And now it's like, oh, in episode 4 they're writing off Lango for a bit. Like, he clearly isn't dead. Clearly. But the problem is about what the fuck they're going to do after. And also, it's a copy-paste job from literally 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. Like, you understand that this is kind of boring? Like, I don't even hate it. I don't. But it's like, I'm thinking about it like now moving forward, what the show is going to do with him. Because here's the thing, we haven't seen a body, and also Lango got a brand new head sculpt with like a big gash around his eye. So it's like, he's clearly going to return, but in what capacity? Because here's the thing, Lango could have been an interesting character to really develop going forward, but like, how many more episodes we have until like the final arc? Like, I think Gavv is also going to be kind of in this very kind of 50-ish episode. So we're episode 39. We have at least 10, maybe 12 more weeks until the finale. The fuck they're going to do with Lango? In my opinion, maybe, just maybe, this should have been the second arc. Like, have Bitter Gavv come in as Megan, and that would have been fine. And you can have the cookie dough thing to be like something that Suga created for Nilv, but like not, you know, do the entire like copy of Showman kind of thing. I don't know, like it really feels like this arc should have been the second arc. Maybe Suga as the main villain as the third arc, and then do Nilv in the final arc. Because in my opinion, they could actually do really interesting stuff with this being the second arc. Like, in my opinion, the second arc could have worked so well because it could have actually developed more of Lango, because we're going to have more episodes with Lango. But for a ginormous portion of the second arc, he just wasn't there. Like, the same with Glotto, the same with Jeep, like even the same with Nilv. We are literally almost 10 weeks away from the show finishing. How much Zed's fucking rumor mill just stopped after the toy listing, and we haven't saw any leaks yet, which is actually insane. But I am so confused, but from what the show is actually going to do. Because like overall, this episode was just good, but it felt like there was something missing, something was out of place. It had a great moment and a great boost to our protagonist. This episode handled the themes of the show fucking fantastic, and it really felt like a semi of a start of the build up to Vrem's / Lakia's final form debut, not only with the poster being released, but also his Vrem's Team Gear driver actually breaking this episode, which I was correct. I was kind of like misguided in last week's episode, like I felt like he wouldn't transform this week, but he could, but he did this week. But it didn't really last long, and having him still go to the end and trying to get an antidote was great. But like the weird misusage of Lango, Glotto still feeling like a side character, Neil barely showing up, Lizelle and Boca feeling like absolute nothing, Jip being interesting, but you clearly see that they have a countdown clock above their heads, and it might explode in the next couple of weeks. I don't know. The idea that after last week's fight, like Lango felt like a monster of the week character is a problem. I'm sorry. Like it feels like, I don't know, in Master Mode just being like acquired after fucking the Guchizos heard Shoma pretty much talk about his how he feels now was just odd. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry. This one gets a C+. Oh boy. So let's talk forms. I don't know. I'm not sure about Master Mode. I think like it has too much orange. Like the one thing I would change is the feet. Why the feet are orange, and also like there are like breaks in the purple pattern that is orange, and there is too many colors. Like I think it's like orange, there is purple, there is blue, there is kind of goldish yellow, and the orange kind of like feels off. I don't know. Like I would just or make it yellow or make the undersuit blue or just kind of like a different shade of purple. But like this entire suit is slightly messy. I prefer it over mode, but ooh, that's like a big dip from like K-King to Blizzard Sorbet, and I think Blizzard Sorbet is slightly better than K-King. So it's like Blizzard Sorbet, K-King, now it's Master Mode, and then it's over mode, and it's like wow. Like I felt like Gavv's kind of like upgraded forms would be an actual like evolution, and how much like if you think about it and if you look at it, yeah, it is an evolution. Like for fuck's sake, this is just, you know, pumping gummy, but just, I don't know, more stomachy. But yeah, I don't know, it's a fine looking form. It's not amazing, but it's not really bad. So what you thought about Kamen Gavv episode 36? Comment below, let me know. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, please smash that like button. Don't forget, if you haven't helped your subscribe button achieve its true goal of becoming a subscribed button, please do and smash that subscribe button. Don't forget, you're the only one that can prevent forest fires. Thank you very much and have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.